Welcome back to my channel. In tonight's episode of Unsolved Cases, we're diving deep into a mystery case that still has no answer to. Let's begin. 9 experienced hikers, a frozen mountain, and a tent sliced open from the inside. No signs of a struggle and no clear explanation. Just footprints leading into the darkness. This is the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident, and what was found still doesn't make sense. In February 1959, deep in the Ural woods, a group led by Igor Dyatlov sets out on a demanding expedition. They weren't amateurs, they were trained, experienced, and fully prepared for anything. They'd all done trips like this before, but this time they would never return. When the group missed their return dates, rescuers weren't immediately worried as delays happen. But then days turned to weeks, and eventually a search party was sent in, and what they found was not normal. The tent, for instance, was their first clue. It was still standing, still full of supplies, but something was different, something was wrong. It had been cut, but not from the outside in, instead inside out. Not unzipped, just cut open and not torn up by the wind, as if whatever had scared them did not give them time to escape, because they left all their vital supplies as well as their clothing and boots. The rescue party then found footprints that led away from the tent. Some were barefoot and some were still in socks, all single file into the freezing wilderness. Temperatures that night dropped below -20. Out there with no protection from the elements, you don't survive long. But what could make them leave like that? That's the question that is so demanding. Then their bodies were found, 2 near a tree, barely dressed, as if they had tried to start a fire to keep themselves warm and possibly wait out whatever it was that was chasing them. Others were discovered then later, buried under the snow. And this is where it gets disturbing. One of the hikers had a fractured skull and another some crushed ribs. Like some immense pressure caused them injuries, but there was no external wounds. It was also as if something powerful had hit them. And to make it even more strange, one of the victims had her tongue missing. So what happened? Now, some say it could have possibly been an avalanche. The tent was not buried. Others believe it could possibly be a secret military mission. There were reports that evening that there was some strange lights in the sky, and even traces of radiation were found on their clothing. And some theories go further to things we can't explain. Years later, scientists suggested a rare type of avalanche, one powerful enough to leave little traces. Combined with the darkness, the freezing winds, and also total disorientation, it could have explained their escape, but not everything. Because even now, there are still questions with no answers. For instance, why did they cut the tent open? Why run without protection, even though they were experienced to know so? And what caused those types of injuries? Now, 9 people went up to that mountain. The only problem is we don't know what happened to them. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment on what case you would like to cover next. This is Obsidian Vault, where we try to split fact from fiction. If you want more videos, then be sure to subscribe.